gentlemen, in my hand here I have a sample of the brand new Emporio Armani Power of You. This is marketed towards women, but scent-wise it looks to be unisex and this sounds delicious, so let's not waste any more time and let's look at this brand new fragrance. Before any one of you post a negative comment down below saying that this is a fragrance for women and this channel is mainly for men, I want to say that I review whatever I want, but lastly that I posted a poll on this channel and people wanted to see me review this fragrance, so that is also why I'm going to review this fragrance here on the channel. There are a couple of listed notes for this fragrance, but the primary notes listed on the sample here are passion fruit accord, frangipani accord, and vanilla bourbon absolute. So let's apply this fragrance on skin and let's talk about the scent profile. Right off the bat, this is very strong, very pungent, and very opulent, giving you this very sour, sweet, juicy, tropical passion fruit accord opening here, which is very juicy, very sweet, and potentially slightly synthetic, but in a very delicious, almost cocktail cough syrup-like way, which has some appeal to it when it's paired up with the rest of the scent profile, because the frangipani accord quickly amps up the scent profile, giving you additional soft floral creaminess here, giving the passion fruit accord some creamy floral nuances to lift off of and get some additional complexity. But nonetheless, this is very strong, insanely potent, and opulent in a very juicy, exotic, and tropical way, with the fruity nuances from the passion fruit kicking you in the face with lots of potency and density. I mentioned this is very sweet, and that is also due to the overdose of vanilla-like compounds and lots of vanilla absolute here, giving you this very creamy, slightly powdery, but mostly very sweet vanilla. But the longer this fragrance gets to develop and dry on your skin, the more the vanilla is going to pop through, giving you this very dense, creamy, and a little bit more powdery vanilla, where the passion fruit accord stays very prominently here but fades a little bit, but the vanilla starts to come off very thick and almost gourmand-like, giving you a scent in the end that to my nose smells like a passion fruit yogurt. This is very creamy, very dense, and mostly still very fruity, with the very dense, thick, very sweet vanilla here. But in the end, this is a very tropical and exotic smelling fragrance with the passion fruit here giving you this very sweet, dense, juicy, fruity opening, with the frangipani giving you a creamy floral aspect to give some texture, and the vanilla here amps up the creaminess and gourmand facets to in the end give you a cocktail or a yogurt-like sensation with a fruity nuance and perhaps taste sensation. From notes and scent profile to performance, let's talk about that, because this fragrance is insanely strong. On my skin, Emporio Armani Power of You lasts 12 plus hours easily, with projection being an arm's length for around 2 hours or so, with there being a very strong scent bubble and great CI, so when you walk past people and they walk behind you, there will be a very significant CI for a couple of hours. After that, it dries to a moderate scent bubble with a scent profile that comes and goes, which at some point dries to a mild but noticeable skin scent that will last you for a very long time for sure. Again, this is very strong. It lives up to the name Power of You because this is very powerful, very strong, very long lasting, and has a really impressive projection and sillage. So gentlemen, I've talked about the notes, the scent profile, and the performance, and now I'm going to talk about my final opinions and rating of Emporio Armani Power of You. This is a fragrance that I really enjoy. This is right up my alley. I love very sweet, very strong and pungent fragrances, and I also love very fruity fragrances. I love fruity nuances. I love huge amounts of vanilla. Another thing that I really enjoy about this fragrance is the actual performance, because typically when you have a fragrance that is very heavy with vanilla-like compounds, with vanilla absolutes, and generally raw materials that are solid in room temperature, they do not give off a lot of volume and diffusion and projection, but somehow they managed to do that with this fragrance here. This is insane insanely strong on the vanilla, but at the same time, as I mentioned in the performance aspect, this has an insane amount of lift, an insane amount of projection for a good amount of hours. So somehow, some way, Emporio Armani has done something that is very difficult to do and something that is very impressive in my books, to get an insane amount of projection and sillage for a very good amount of hours with a fragrance that is very heavy in raw materials that are typically very difficult to get that from. And overall, I like this fragrance because it smells delicious and I find it to be dead on unisex. I think that a woman can wear this without no problem at all, but I also think that men who like very sweet fragrances and perhaps fragrances that are very heavy in fruity nuances can easily pull this off for sure. I think this is an enjoyable wearing, and especially if you like very strong fragrances that last for a long time and project very heavily, and that might not be everyone's cup of tea, but generally if you love gourmand fragrances with a fruity aspect, this is it. And I think that if you like fragrances like Teodoros Kalatini's peach macaroon and or matcha ice cream, I think you will enjoy this as much because it shares the same type of vibe but done in a slightly different way. And I've given Emporio Armani Power of You a 9.7 out of 10 men's improvement rating. When I say I really like this fragrance, I am not kidding. This is incredible stuff. And again, don't be scared of the marketing that it is targeted towards women. If you like very sweet, vanillic, gourmand fragrances with fruity aspects to it, don't hesitate to try this one out. This is incredible. Gentlemen, that was it for my review of Emporio Armani Power of You. What do you guys think? Have you tried this fragrance yet? Are you looking forward to trying this fragrance after my review? Do you think it is too feminine? Do you think that it's very unisex just like I do? Or do you generally not try any fragrances that have a woman in the marketing material? What do you guys think, gentlemen? Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. I would love to see what you have to say down there, especially because this is a female targeted fragrance on the channel and I really wanted to review it because I really enjoyed it. And I think that if you are a gourmand lover with fruity nuances in the scent profile, you will enjoy this just as much, if not nearly as much as I do. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrances, grooming, style, fashion, skincare, fitness, watches, everything that will make you, gentlemen, the best possible versions of yourselves. The last few things that I want to ask you, gentlemen, is to smile more because it's free, and I want you to watch these two videos right here. This one here will go my latest upload, whereas this one up here is going to be a video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you will enjoy.